Book 1 from my Prophets Speak Words of Fire series. Isaac and his sophomore year, chapter 9. I haven't been able to think about anything else all weekend. I held Gretel in the pool, and while Bob and Susan wrestled, Gretel wrapped her arms around the back of my neck and would not let go. She was so close that I could have sworn that she wanted me to kiss her. Bob saw what was going on, but he did not seem to care. Whatever is going to happen, please just let it happen already. This in-between place and not knowing nothing was driving me nuts. It was Monday and the first part of the day really dragged on. What was the big hurry for? Now I found myself sitting near a few girls, and they were chatting about music and some boy or something. My mind was somewhere else. It was around this time that I spotted Bob walking across the street toward us. What had taken him so long? As soon as he hit the grass, he waved at me to come over to him. Getting up, I met him and shook his hand. "Hey bro, what's up?" I asked. "Happy birthday." He spoke with a stoic look on his face. "What do you mean? My birthday is months from now." "Gretel and I just broke up. I know that she likes you. She's waiting for you at the pay and play across the street," Bob said and patted my shoulder before walking away. He walked up to the girls that I was just talking to moments earlier. "What's up, ladies?" he greeted them with a smiling face. I stood motionless in shock while I stared at my best friend with a stupid look on my face. Bob lit a smoke and then started laughing at something that Cherry said. We were young, and this was a special time. Should this story have just been lost with time, forgotten, and never told? That would be a travesty, don't you think? He looked over at me and locked eyes. He nodded at me and then threw his head toward the park, and he mouthed the word, "Go. Isaac, go." He turned back toward the girls and started laughing again. "Bob, I loved you, bro. I hope that life has treated you well." I turned my attention toward the pay and play. With my first step toward destiny, a huge smile stretched across my face. I spotted her a few moments later at the swing set, sitting there on one of the swings. It was a moment frozen in time. It was a snapshot that I would never forget. If I were to be honest with myself, and it pains me to do so, there is a good possibility that the girl herself has probably forgotten these moments, moved on, found that Prince Charming that I prayed that she would, but I've never forgotten. Lord, I haven't forgotten. Like I said, it was a snapshot that I would never forget. Memories are lost with time by the droves as the years go by. But this one snapshot was never lost, and it is preserved, right now, by my very pen. She was beautiful. "Hey there," I smiled. "Hi," she replied. She could hardly even look at me. My legs began to shake and wobble, so I sat down quickly on the swing next to her so that she wouldn't notice, and I was trying so hard to act cool. "So I heard about you and Bob." "Yeah, I feel bad, but we had to break up." "Why?" "Well, I kind of feel bad for saying this, but I never really liked him. He's a really, really nice guy, but he isn't my type. Besides, he couldn't have liked me all that much." She looked down. "The whole time I was with him, I only kissed him once, and it was only a peck on the lips. Lately, it had been getting kind of hard keeping him away." "Wow, you only kissed him once?" I asked, amazed. "Yeah, I didn't really want to, but he kept looking at me with hurt in his eyes, and I felt the pressure of the situation. I mean, please don't think bad of me, Isaac. Bob is a really great guy, and I care about him a lot. It's just how I feel." It was like kissing my brother, so I didn't do it again. At first, I was thinking about his feelings, but after the kiss, I didn't care. It felt wrong, and I couldn't take it back, though I wanted to. "Well, if it felt wrong and it was like kissing your brother, why did you stay with him for so long?" "I don't know." She looked down and then looked at me with longing in her eyes. "Okay, so if Bob isn't your type, who is?" "You're so hard, Isaac. You want me to say it? Fine, I will. You're my type. You are. I was with Bob to be near you. I like you," she said, and she looked scared out of her mind. She's probably the bravest girl that I have ever met in all of my whole entire life. She was afraid to say what was on her mind, but she put on the implements of battle, armor and sword and all of those things, and she did it. Of course, I'm a man, so I put it in words that a man would understand. I pulled myself out of the story. Suddenly, I'm brought back into the present, and the reality of the situation stared me in the face. Oh yeah, this is 7 years later. I'm in the desert. Gretel is long gone. High school is long over with. Shoot, I already did have a whole other girl. A whole other love story. It was a lot crappier one, though. She wasn't brave like Gretel was. She didn't say what she meant. It was this weird doublespeak that you had to interpret. She hurt me a lot. Michaela was nothing like Gretel. Nothing like her at all. I put my notebook down and I lean up against a tree. Why had Michaela had to hang around so long and wreck me like she had? I was only ever good to her. Did I actually deserve what she did to me? The mental abuse? To lead me on like she did and to cause all these knots inside of me. The tears and all the hurt and tossing and turning. The late nights. Lord, I'd forgotten these things about Gretel. When I read, I'm brought back to a place from long ago that no longer exists. She was amazing. People could learn a lot from her. I guess I'm just kind of being a teacher right now. There's a lot of little things that I've been showing. Wisdom. Pearls. Precious and priceless gems. She told me that she liked me. Many would say, Isaac, we are only friends, and then flutter their eyes, sending mixed signals, tying me in knots. It is a lie. Men and women lie differently. Gretel gave me love, and she did not starve me. She gave to me. Men and women both have needs, and she fed me, watered me. I lay down in the grass, and I'm feeling so low that I can die. Isaac, come on. You gotta see the ocean one last time. Michaela did these things to me. What had I ever done to her? Forgive her, son. God spoke to my heart. She tied me in knots. She damaged me, God. Gretel was health to my life, and Michaela was poison. It was all in these little things. The little things that bring life, and the little things that bring death. The world needs to know, Gretel. How? Who am I? I'm only a poor nothing man, a nobody. Homeless, wandering in the desert, with threadbare clothes. I'm no fancy writer. The world will know her, son. Dry your eyes. I have good things for you. Please don't ever let another girl play those games with me again. Protect me, Lord. I sob under the tree, and a cloud of depression hovers. I guess it's just how a female can really damage a man. Okay, I can do this. Where was I? I was looking over an old journal. I wrote down a lot of things as it was happening in real life. And it had been kind of years since I had looked at the pages. I'd forgotten things. But reading, I'm taken back to another time as though it is happening today, right now. But with it I feel sadness. I wish a certain kind of magic existed. A magic where I can expand these notebook pages, create a world out of them, and then go inside. It is a place long ago that I wish that was never taken from me. I take a deep breath and I continue to read. Okay, so if Bob isn't your type, who is? You're hard, Isaac. You want me to say it? I will. You're my type. Isaac, you are. I was only with Bob to be near you. I like you, she said, and she looked scared out of her mind. You're my type too. I like you, I said before feeling shy and looking down. My hands were shaking. You like me? Uh-huh. I like you a lot, I answered. My hands was shaking so bad, so I gripped the metal chains on the side of the swings. I like you a lot too. Gretel became shy herself. Here goes nothing. I was kind of wondering if you wanted to be my girlfriend. Oh, Isaac, yes, she started to cry. Why are you crying? I got out of the swing and moved toward her. She jumped up and threw her arms around my neck and clung to me. Her chest heaved. What's wrong, Gretel? Not a thing. I've liked you for so long, Isaac. I've been praying so hard. I didn't even think that you even liked me. While her hands were still wrapped around my neck, she pulled back a little to look into my eyes. I've liked you this whole time. I just couldn't tell you because you were with my best friend. It was the only way that I could be near you and keep my eye on you. I see other girls looking at you. You don't have to worry about them. I have the best girl around. You mean it? She sniffled. Oh, God in heaven, how is it that I am so lucky? I smiled, and I leaned in for a kiss. Our lips touched, and Gretel wrapped her hands even tighter around the back of my neck. She pressed her whole body against me. I am yours, all of me, she said.